All right, welcome back. We're talking about technology all this week on WCIA 3 News. And, of course, moms are finding technology, the Internet, Facebook, really helpful.
Oh, and we have actually two moms that are really on the web a lot. They're the Chambana moms.
That's
I'm sure
right.
you've heard of their website. Amy Hatch and Laura Lyle. I'm just going to
That's okay. I want to introduce myself as her. And, so,
Really?
Yes.
But you know what? You guys have really taken technology and used it to, get moms connected out there. But, are you guys also utilizing, like, Facebook and Twitter?
We do, definitely. It's a great way to stay in touch with moms. I mean, you're in the house all day, you're chasing your 2-year-old around, and even on your smartphone, it's a really great way to just have someone to talk to who's, not 3 years old.
That can be a plus.
It used to be, play dates and those kinds of ways that you got to talk to other adults. And really, this has kind of taken some of that place, right?
It has.
A way to get more immediate.
Yeah, and research is showing that more and more moms are using the Internet to communicate with each other. It's called finding your tribe. Essentially, you can use Facebook and Twitter, and you'll find, if you're interested in knitting sweaters out of cat's fur with tiny beads on it, you will find someone out there on Twitter or Facebook who's doing the same thing.
Now, do you find that there's, though, too much information being put out by moms? Like, do you think moms shouldn't put out too many pictures of their babies, or?
I think this is a big issue that people are starting to really talk about and think about more in terms of what's appropriate to put out there, especially in the blogging world. Now, that's a different type of social networking than just Facebook and Twitter. I mean, Facebook, you do have some privacy settings that you can utilize, but in a blog situation, you're putting it out there and the whole world can see it. So I do think this has come up a lot more, and people are starting to think about what is appropriate, what's appropriate for me, what's appropriate for my child, and it is becoming a bigger consideration.
Do you always find, though, that sometimes you're on it too much, that maybe you're not paying enough attention to the kids like you should be because you're tweeting or you're on Facebook? Or we heard some moms, I think it was on a national show today, say that, it's tough sometimes because you sort of get that connection and you sort of forget, oh, wait, I have little Johnny here that I'm supposed to be watching.
Oh yeah, I've been guilty of having my smartphone out at the park, and I fully admit that. But I think there are limits, and sometimes, especially with smartphones, it is sometimes hard to. But
when little Johnny says it's time to put it away,
yeah, and it's time to put it away, right?
Stash it in the bag.
Very cool. Now, how else are you guys, being connected with people? Tell people at home about your website in case they've never heard about you guys before.
ChambanaMoms.com is an online lifestyle magazine, really, for parents and families here in town. Just connects folks online, and we have a lot of events offline, so we feel like, maybe you might meet somebody on our Facebook page, and then suddenly they'll materialize in real life at one of our events, and you formed a friendship that might take you, well into high school with your kids. You just don't know.
Wow, that's great.
Sounds great. All right, check it out, ChambanaMoms.com. All sorts of information, and from time to time, special guest features. I was on there a long time ago, right?
Yes, you were.
Exactly. All right, my little plug.
This week we're celebrating our first anniversary on ChambanaMoms.com.
By the way.
Thank you.
So awesome.
And we have giveaways all week to a lot of local businesses, and so we're really excited about that.
All right, ChambanaMoms.com.
Fantastic.
Thank you both for coming.
Thank you.
We're back after this.